like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Tori, aka Joy. Guys, I am still working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube, adding my commentary so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. This is why you guys are seeing so many flashbacks from my channel. However, I can assure you that I'm staying up to date on everything happening within carbonation. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. You don't need any more girlfriends.
I know. I'm tired.
What's up, y'all? All right, Colin, I want to add people in the room. Let's talk about it. Like I said, you can be a part of Carbonation or like a fan of Carbonation. I really want to understand what's going on and why you think it's acceptable to support Carbonation. All right, I'm adding Dakulu in.
Love, Queen.
Hey, peace. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm good. So, I just want to know what you have to say about Carbonation.
I just real strength. Don't let their story be heard. And my thing is that if the past people.
So, for those of you who do not know, the gentleman below, speaking to Tori, aka Joy, is a YouTuber. His name is Dakulu.
Don't let their story be heard. And my thing is that if the past people before you came would have told their story, maybe you would have heard one of their videos, and maybe that would have stopped you to experience.
Right.
But I'm so proud of speaking up. You're telling the truth, you know, and that's what we got. Is that to release it, to fully heal from it, you can't.
That's true.
So holding the lies and all the bullshit is gonna make you regret. It's gonna stimulate. It's gonna manifest. You know. So I'm happy that. You really,
I'm thankful.
a couple questions.
So I've seen that you've been kind of one of the warriors online, speaking out about Carbonation and how you see the manipulation going on. I want to know how you feel about it. Like, what are some? Have you spoken with any of the Carbonation members?
I spoke to Mama Nine, like before. I spoke to a couple people that have been affected, you know, by it, like Sage, a couple other people like that.
Right.
And plus, I've noticed, you know, micro expression, macro expression, which, with what they would do. So I have a couple questions, and so my first question is for you. It's pertaining to the situation between all of the women. Are all of y'all like great friends, or do y'all like have beefs between each other? Because I noticed the last time that I saw you and Raw have a conversation, you know, it was almost like it wasn't as close a connection that y'all put online. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance. No, I would say that we don't have beef. It's just a lot of times the women are turned against each other. Like I said, Chief creates a lot of scenarios in order to keep control. So, yeah, it was a lot of that going on. So we didn't really get along as well as we could have. In moments that things weren't going righteously, and I would speak up about it, a lot of the times the women would get afraid and they would just continue to go along with what was going on out of fear. So a lot of animosity and resentment started building up because of that. And Chief was in their mind as saying that I was doing the wrong thing and that I was being pretty much a demon. So they would take on that role of me in their mind and shut me out, as well as I would shut them out for the same thing. So it wasn't as close as we could have been. But with Raw leaving, you know, she came to an understanding. She was able to speak out about what happened to her. And she, you know, she apologized. And I love them. It's all love. I understand that the place that they're in.
So I don't hold anything against them. I don't hold anything against them. I
Yeah.
understand that the mental space that you're in and that it's a scary thing, but you still have to do the right thing at the end of the day. If they continue to do the right thing, then no, like I'm not accepting that into my life. But you know,
And so I have another question, and I wrote it down on my phone real quick. Is when you were first, watching the videos from Carbonation, when you were at the house and everything,
Okay.
before you actually left, did they put images and did they play game or fantasies about growing food, building land? Like, was that one of your goals before joining?
yeah, that's what I thought that I was walking into. I'm thinking I'm walking into an established community where we're growing food, we're living in tune with nature. And that's not what happened. It was a lot of just online work. Everybody's just on their phones, on their computers all day, unless Chief is creating a scenario in order to produce content.
Yeah.
We started growing
Okay.
food once people start freaking out about us not growing food. They're like, you're not even doing shit. So, we started growing watermelons, because that's what we truly desired to do. For example, Vibes, she was a part of Carbonation. She really wanted to start a garden. She's done that before. And that's what she did when she left. She worked doing that. So while she was there, Chief would curse her out, tell her that it's not that time to build a garden. It's not time to produce, pretty much. So it's just like I said, it's all an illusion. Everything that doing is illusion.
And the reason I asked that is because, a lot of people think that y'all are dumb, and I'm like, no, they're not dumb. Like, they just had a spiritual awakening, and this happens to be the first person that they come in contact to.
That's true. That was actually my case. I had a spiritual awakening. I went through something very transformational, and then I found Chief. I stumbled upon one of Chief's videos, and like you said, if I would have saw maybe past members' videos, I most likely wouldn't have joined. I didn't see past members' videos. The only thing that I saw was about like him touching his son touching his penis. So when I heard his side of the story, like, oh, okay, that's not what happened. A lot of people are just attacking him. So because trolls filter the internet with so many lies and, like, oh, he got warrants, he got that. It not being true, you start believing that people are actually attacking him. And none of the past members are speaking out. So you're like, oh, he's just, they fucking with him because he's doing the right thing. He's Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, this is the story of Jesus. So you end up falling into it until you actually get there.
Yes.
And you see the manipulation. You see the lies.
Wow. And I want that to be known is because there's a lot of women that fall victim to these guys, and they play the fantasy of growing food, building land. And I know a lot of women. There's a woman right now that I know that is pregnant by a guy that just left her that follows Carbonation.
Right.
And he for the dream of growing food, buying land, living indigenous.
Yeah.
And for my, it's like that's not how our ancestors, and, but it's a whole different book.
Right.
Well, so my question for you and Vivian's relationship, y'all's relationship like really,
I couldn't hear you.
was y'all's relationship like? Do you think that y'all's relationship was a relationship?
You keep breaking up every time you ask the question. You said, "Do I think our relationship was what?"
Real, you and Nubian.
Oh yeah, I definitely it was definitely a real relationship. I definitely developed feelings for him. That's what kept me attached to Carbonation for so long, and that was actually used as one of my weaknesses. Our relationship, that's what kept me there for so long. That's what Chief would use to keep me a part of Carbonation anytime that I wanted to leave. He'd be like, you're gonna take Nubia away from her father. It was a lot of, guilt tripping in me in that sense, because I truly did care for this connection. Now, like I said before, Nubian can only care from his capacity. He had the opportunity to have his family from his children from his past relationship and to actually build, but he's choosing to stay a part of Carbonation because he's exploiting Carbonation for his own selfish desires as well.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
Am I breaking up?
You're a little clear now.
Okay. I mean, I can hear you break up. Can I come back?
You're breaking up.
Can I leave and come back?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Keep asking questions. I'm going to add them back in. New trying to come and disrupt your live. You can get blocked. It's as simple as that. They said, did Velvet and I get along while I was his wife? We did get along. A lot of the times he would create scenarios and get ways to turn her against me or try and turn me against her. He would, but you know, she truly didn't want a polygamous relationship. So when he was ready to, you know, toss me aside or, you know, in the relationship, she was always for it. She, you know, she didn't really care. She only cared about being in a relationship with him. She didn't really care about how I was treated in the relationship. All right. Esau was called mentally unstable when I started speaking out about even being in the relationship with them and how that was. Why did Aya and Raw leave? They were actually kicked out. Aya was kicked out because of Nana. Ra was kicked out because she said that Chief said that she was a distraction from Solar for Solar. I feel like he was jealous of her getting into the relationship with Solar, and yeah, that's what it was. No, this is not freaking true. Were Ra and Aya prostituting to make money for Carbonation when they were there in isolation? No one prostituted their bodies like for money. That did not happen. I mean, the women's body they're kind of prostituted in a way, because, you know, like, for example, Nu's new wife, she's literally there for comfort. So in a way, she's being prostituted in that sense still. Aya, your body is being prostituted to Tron to make Carbonation look good. So they're prostitutes in that sense, you know, to make people look good, to keep them there in Carbonation. So no. Can I take it to my room? Yeah. Did you have lunch with the movie? Yeah. No, it's right there in the drawer. Okay, we can watch them tomorrow together. Did any of these women drink a special tea to miscarry? I don't know about drinking a special tea to miscarry. I know that she did take a pill to miscarry before. All right, I'm gonna add the Kulu back in. All right, I can. Yeah, it's not fully connected yet, though. Can you see me or can you not? We go like that. End it. All right, call back in and started tripping. I don't know if I don't know if it's your connection or mine, but this retrograde is definitely affecting technology. Call back in, Dekulu. All right, here we go.
Are we better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That. So you were going in. I saw a question that really sparked my mind. Did y'all have to do anything embarrassing You know, like, did he force y'all to do anything embarrassing when y'all, you know, apparently acted out of order or out of tune, or did he take photos or videos or, you know, any fraternity like stuff?
Anything embarrassing, I would say it's more of like a ridiculing. He will ridicule you in front of everybody. In turn, that puts you in a space of feeling like, oh shit, no one believes me, everyone is against me. So that puts you in a I don't know what space I want to call that, but that definitely gets you into a space in that sense. You didn't have to do anything really embarrassing. I would say something for me, like he will make you go on live and apologize, like with Loyal. Like with me, when I wanted to go back and be a part of Carbonation, he had me apologize online, even though that the scenario didn't stem from me. So in a sense, I felt like I was having to say these things just in order to have my family, to keep my family together.
So yeah, that's a form of control. He's doing that to see if you will listen to him, you know, like to see if you're gonna break the system again. So, wow, that's crazy. And my thing is, you know, I'm about fatherhood. You know, my purpose is to be a father. That's why I bought the land that I have. We actually got 8 acres in the tropics, right? You know, and we're buying land in Ghana as we speak. So that's what we're doing, and we, you know, like making connections and things like that. So my thing is family first. So did Nubian have any goals for raising a family? Did he have at Carbonation, are they developing a curriculum for the children so that those children can be smarter than y'all at this age?
So I like that you asked that question. When we were part of Carbonation, and we actually had 2 children come in from Haru, and I think her name was Harudi now on Instagram. They had 2 children. They brought children. And so at this time, we have children. We're supposed to teach children. So the women did come up with a curriculum to teach the children. I was in charge of that. So it would be like, okay, we would create a schedule. You're going to teach astrology to this day. You're going to teach biology. You know, we did create a curriculum. It did not last very long. I could say that some of the classes, you know, weren't really up to par of teaching a child. It was more of like an hour of schooling, I can say. An hour of schooling for a day of teaching a child something. And then they're back.
And I'm pretty sure that they were teaching those kids the 5 sciences. If Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. 3 God, had anything to do with it.
An hour of schooling for a day of teaching a child something. And then they're back with their mother, and maybe she teaches them on the side. You know, it was something like that. Yeah, there was no true curriculum.
Yeah, because, you know, for me, I think that's the most important thing, that in this consciousness, this spirituality that we lack, you know, a specific curriculum to where parents can, you know, give it to their child while they're still in the system trying to work their way out. Because not everybody can just up and leave, you know.
Yeah.
Like debts, people have child support, people have things that they have to take care of, you know. A lot of people want to go back to nature, but they want to do it the right way. And, you know, so my thing is do you still want to, you know, build land? Do you still want to grow food? You know what I mean? Like,
yes, that's definitely a plan. I'm trying to start, like you said, not everybody can just leave immediately. That was something I did before, and I sacrificed a lot, and I saw how that hurt me in the long end. And so I'm building myself back up to a point where I can feel comfortable leaving the country again. You know, I have a child, so I want to do things properly. I don't want to. I want it to be a smooth sailing when I do leave the country again.
Okay. I mean that's good, because like I said, like we do got land, and I'm gonna be building with you afterwards. You know what I mean? And if you really serious about it, you know what I mean, then we can definitely make some pop. You know, in the future, like later down the road.
Yeah. So,
bet I got you. And I have like 2 more questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip. So my question is that, so we know that Eligio used tactics to create situations so he can, you know, like record it for, you know, for the RNMs and things like that. My thing is that, would you and the queens, you know, when you were his wife, or just, you know, just hanging around, like, would you notice the queens being friendly, and then when he would create an action, you know, were they instantly turn on each other? Did they instantly like go against each other?
What do you mean?
So, for example, like, let's say you and Eliana, like, you know, like back with dating, like, don't want to take you back, but let's say he saw something that you were doing wrong, and he made a big deal out about it, like, to everybody, you know, like he wanted everybody to know about it. and let's say in that moment, you know, you and Eliana were cool just the day before. Now, because of that situation, now y'all are beefing.
Yeah, things like that would happen. Yeah, he would definitely create situations like with the scenario of well, sometimes that it would be valid because you know not all the women there. They have a lot of Aries energy, so they're not really okay with polygamy. It's something new to them. So sometimes it was justified, some of the meetings being called like to address animosity in the air because of the polygamy. But we also have to keep in mind behind the scenes that he does in ways try and turn the women against each other. He may spend an abundance amount of time with one wife for maybe like a week straight, not really like, you know, push the women off to a side. Might start calling her chief this, and it in turn makes the other women feel some type of way because you know they're not getting any affection or
it's like
nourishment
it's like
from
the
being
mother
in the relationship.
Exactly. You know, exactly. Like it's like the father-mother like relationship. Like the children want to be the mother and father's favorite so bad that they try to clean, they try to do everything, you know, all positive to try to be,
Yes,
you know,
that's
favorite.
exactly what it is. You literally see the women there. A lot of the works that they've created has been to get attention from Chief. Chief normally would not even speak to any of the women unless they gave a download that day. So you see Efaru on live, going live, doing all of these videos. You see Ra going live. You see I going live, but it's all solely to get this attention from Chief. So once they do that live, if he likes the live and it got a lot of attention on live, then he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I like Aya, you know, Aya's putting in that work, but Malia, you don't do good. You don't do your lives good. Like people don't even fuck with you. Nobody really.
Y'all, I ain't even finna hold y'all. I am still amazed at the fact that Malia, aka Tanisha Dulé, is still there.
Like people don't even fuck with you. Nobody really likes you. That would be like a scenario of how he would do it. So now Malia's in this place of feeling insecure and feeling like she has to work harder. She feels like she's failing, and it just creates a cycle. It's a cycle of feeling like you're not good enough.
So when they're in that state, you know, of being bashed on by Nature Boy or whoever, you know, is doing it, do they say I'm sorry a lot? Like I'm sorry, or apologize? Like, you know, or do they be like, I understand? Like what's, you know, like how does that go?
A lot of times they won't say anything. It's like a complete shutdown. They won't speak at all. You know, and then he'll probably get them to say something, and then when they do speak, it'll be like something that he said to them. Like he'll pretty much give them the answers of how to get out of what I'm saying to you. Just go along with what I'm saying. They'll like, for example, Malia and Pice's relationship. We all know it was a fake relationship. They were placed together. So now when he put her back with when he put Malia back with Pice, it's a scenario where it's like, okay, Malia, you know, you wanted to be with Pice. You didn't even really want to be with me. You were looking at Pice. And then she's like, he's already programmed in her mind before they go live. Like you said, he'll break them down before they go on live. And he'll be like, you want to be with Pice anyway? And she's like, yeah, I was being promiscuous. He may say these things before the live, like you're being promiscuous. You want to be with Pice. I saw you looking at Pice. And he'll attack her on that. So when it's time to go live, she'll admit to the public to get out of the heat, to get out of the hot seat. Yes, I was being promiscuous. You know, I was doing the wrong thing. I really was looking at him. I do think he's, you know what I mean? It's all a game. It's all a ploy.
Yeah.
To keep him looking good and just making it look like if it's the members' choices to do the wrong thing. But they are choosing. Slavery is a choice.
And yes, like exactly. And that's, you know, like this how I know you like you're psychic and you like you have abilities, because I was just thinking about slavery and what you said earlier, you know, because I study history, and I know the reason why he picks younger women and younger men is because they might not be as well versed in the actual history. So, you know, when you bring up slavery, you know, I've actually brought up videos, and they're on my page right now, that are showing from a teacher. Her name is Tara W. Hunter. She's a black woman, and she's at the University of Princeton, and she teaches about slavery and relationships, like what relationships were like in the slave days. And when I began listening to her, reading the books, I began seeing some of the same stuff within carbonation.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
And
you said her name is Tara W. Hunter?
Yes, I'll DM you after, okay?
All right, yeah,
And
yeah.
see the video, and everything, so you can watch it for yourself. Did you know a lot about slavery in the past, about tactics and manipulation before you joined Carbonation? Like, were you in tune with what gaslighting
Mm.
was? Any of
No,
this
I
stuff?
actually found out about gaslighting
No?
after I left Carbonation. I'd like I yeah,
Wow.
I agree with you on
Interesting.
targeting younger
That
people that
was,
are inexperienced. So then, you kind of
yeah,
get stuck into that until you break yourself out of that, and now you have that as experience to understand when you're being manipulated or
exactly.
if someone's trying to gaslight you. Carbonation is your experience to gain that knowledge, to gain that
Mm,
wisdom.
mm. And it's crazy that you said that he puts the people together because did you know that's what the slave owners used to do? They used to take different people that were already married and in love and mix them together randomly to produce stronger children like to cause division amongst the people. You know, I don't know, like if you're, like familiar with that type of history, but once you watch the builds, like you're gonna notice a lot of tactics used in the actual camp. And
No,
my thing is I have
I'm
a question.
not familiar with that. I really want you to send me the information. I want to look it up. I want to read into
Mm,
it.
okay, as I got you. Another question. Would he be able to enter in any person's relationship like at will? So, for example, if Solar and Zoka are in love like they claim, can he randomly just say no, like you can't be together, like Solar, like Zoka's with me
Yes.
at any moment,
Yes.
anytime?
Yes, that's happened on numerous occasions, even before I got there, and I wasn't aware of this. That's what I'm saying. Like, you really
Wow.
don't know what you get yourself into until you're there. Yes. So on a whim, he can say the wives belong to me, and you are going to be my wife. He's done it while I was there. I wasn't with the shits. I was not moving. You're not going to tell me that I have to be with you, and I don't want to be with you. So I can say
Yes.
that he does do that. But the women choose to be with him. I want to make that very clear. They desire to be with him, and that's what I was talking about. The spirit of lust.
Mhm.
Pluto, for example, she knew that she didn't want to be with Caliber. She really wanted to be with Chief, but when Chief passed her off, she didn't want to be alone, so she chose to be with Caliber. It's like she was okay with playing that role, regardless of it
Mhm.
being the wrong thing to do. So yeah, he'll openly just take the women, and the men will follow along with it. One time, it was one night, for example, he was like, all the women belong to me. I stayed where I was at, of course, but then the men were upset about it. You could feel the energy in the house because they're upset that you just took all of our wives. And he, he's a big ass guy. And the men there are smaller frame dudes. So he's in their faces, he's yelling, he's like, would you want to be with me or you? If you was a woman, would you want to be with me or you? And True was just like scared shitless and was just like, I would want to be with you. I wouldn't want to be with me. And so
Wow.
they get it in their minds that he's the Messiah. So like you're closer to your higher self if you're with him. That's what the men have in their mind. They feel like the women are being programmed with Chief before they come to him, which is true in a sense.
Wow.
The women are being broken before they come to them. So they're okay with the manipulation happening with the women as well.
Wow. And I'm about to, after I say this, but I just want to say that I'm proud of you. Me and you are gonna DM after this, and like we're gonna build and connect. And if you're really about the land shit, I'm about that shit too. And I actually got books, gardening books, everything. I got everything if you need it, and I got the land as well. So we definitely gonna link up on that. And notice one thing as well is that when everybody leaves Carbonation, notice how they don't link up afterwards.
That is definitely something that we rarely see. We rarely see the ex-carbonation members come together in person. I mean, of course, a lot of them stay in contact with each other via the internet, but we've never seen them like go live together.
Notice how they don't link up afterwards, right? And how many people have left Carbonation and never is connected or mingle with each other? Like, how come nobody has, how come all the victims, if they're so-called victims, have not got together and try to take this dude down? You know what I mean? And that's another tactic that was used on us in the Black community. When it came to slavery, is once you do the division and putting us against each other, notice how we don't want to come together.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Ra. It's no hard feelings because I know the mental state. So me and Ra were able to actually connect and link up after this. I still talk to Vibes and Flow. it's pretty much just all of people, the victims leaving and getting back to their space of peace and knowing themselves again, to even feel comfortable, to even reach out. A lot of people fall when they leave. Like Caliber, for example, apparently he started doing drugs. So a lot of that makes them get back into a unloving, undeserving space. Like, I left because I wanted to do the right thing. And when I left, I started fucking up again. I start falling back into the old habits, into my old habits. So it keeps them in this cycle of wanting to go back to carbonation. Because when I was in carbonation, I was able to ground. I was able to do these right things. And so it's a matter of staying strong and just connecting and knowing that you'll fall and you'll always get back up.
Okay. It's like I appreciate you. As I'm gonna be watching, I was supporting you on the last live. Me and Raw connected as well, so I'm not like doing this for clout or shit like that. Like, I'm really about this land shit, like people who've been following me, I actually break down the different soils, the foods, the seeds, and everything like that. So peace and love, shout out to everybody in the building, and I'm gonna be watching you.
All right, peace. All right, who else want to call in? Let me see if I can. Now it's tweaking again.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
All right. Someone said, what was the final straw for leaving New Now? The last straw was that I saw that the behavior was not changing, the manipulation wasn't changing, and I didn't want to be a part of that. So I chose to separate myself because he was okay with it. So it's a matter of, okay, you want to do this, I don't agree with it, I didn't read the fine print. It's not something that I want to be a part of, so I separated myself. Like I said, the same reasons why I left. Nothing changed. All right. I didn't know it was right there. Someone said, are you just angry with New again and will you get quiet again? No. You spelled quiet wrong, by the way. You spelled quite. But no, I'm not just angry with New. I understand that I see exactly what y'all see, and I'm telling you that it's true. And I'm telling you guys to trust your intuition and to not join carbonation. I have debated about even continuously speaking about this because there's a part of me that feels like me speaking is not going to do anything, and that there will still be people that go to carbonation and support carbonation anyway. But I feel like if there's something that I can do, I want to do it, and that's why I'm choosing to speak on it anyway. The only thing I can do is speak about my experience and what I saw there, and that's what I can do. Then I'll do that. Do you think Aya will ever leave? Like I said, I believe she's there out of comfort. She doesn't really have to take care of herself while she's there. Someone else is taking care of her, making sure she has housing and things like that. So I don't think she'll ever leave. She definitely feels that she's being mistreated. I think that she wants to be kicked out versus her leaving herself. I think that would make it easier for her to leave. It's a matter of if she gets kicked out, would she come back? Like as we seen before, she went back. No, I don't think she went back to take down Eligio. I think she went back because she's taking care of all she's there. She's okay with the manipulation. Simple as that. Some of y'all have really long questions. Someone said, do you think the women are too young to be in a sexual relationship with Eligio? I think the women are too broken to be in a sexual relationship with Eligio. All of the women are of age, but they have experienced traumas they have not dealt with from their childhoods, from their adulthoods, that they have not experienced, they have not dealt with properly. So I don't think they should be having a sexual relationship. All right, I'm about to end this. I can't accept any more callers. It's tweaking out. Maybe I'll come back on here later and we'll talk. All right, peace, y'all.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.